everyone! We're back!
Happy
As
Avatar
strange
Day.
as it is. It's Happy Avatar Day! It's awesome that it just so happens that we were delaying so much that we could actually celebrate on Avatar Day.
I mean, I'm not mad.
I think it all worked out fine.
I'm not mad at all.
No, not at all. But how are you today, Brandi?
I'm doing good. I've been looking forward to this all day.
Nice, same.
Yeah,
I am
yeah.
excited to see your unfried dough.
They're so cute. I have them right here.
Shall we share our unfried dough? Let me try to find, where did it go? I have all the images just kind of puddled into into a folder. We're gonna compare it to what it actually is in the show.
Mm-hmm.
And what our bad boys look like.
I mean, look at them.
They're so cute. All right, do you want to go first or should I?
I don't care. But I want to know who made all of them for the festival. Like, whose job?
That would be interesting, especially, do they have cookie cutters in the Avatar universe?
I don't know.
It's also surprisingly hard to find human-shaped cookie cutters.
It is
Christmas.
The off-season for gingerbread men.
I'm sure Amazon could have one dayed it, but freehand is the
best.
But
that would have required planning on our part.
Exactly. Plus, it's free to just freehand it, so I think this is fine. But we already have people in the chat. We have Bree, we have Shadowcat, Fried dough. And this is just going to be a fantastic time. I figure yours probably look better than mine, so I might as well show mine first so I get one-upped. I didn't have cookie dough, as I found out. I had brownie batter. And so instead, I used a tortilla. And you want to know what the blue arrow is? A blue raspberry gusher.
I was about to say, it looks like it's licorice or something.
Yep. I was like, okay, great. I'll just use my blue icing. I'm out of icing. I ate it all.
I was about to say that. I feel like that's out of character for you to be out of icing.
Yeah, I know. Out of all the things I did in college, to be out of icing. But yeah, I used 2 blue sprinkles and a little gusher with my tortilla.
I love him.
He is quite cute. I tried to use one on a squishier tortilla, but apparently stale tortillas are what do it for Avatar Day.
So much.
We shall be posting him on social media quite soon. But yes, he has cat hair in his arrow. Oh no.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm pretty proud of that for
him.
My gosh, we stream in 2 hours. Realization.
Okay. Well, I made sugar cookies.
They're so perfect. And probably way more edible.
I have a whole bowl of them. I recreated that image. I don't know if I can.
That is fantastic.
So yeah.
That is spot on too.
So that's what I did last night.
It's just the adventurous lives that we live.
Exactly.
We like to have fun here. Rapunzel says, you're in the last book of the Wheel of Time right now. Unfried raw sugar cookie dough is about to come in handy. There you go, Brandi. Good job on the cookies, Brandi. So cute, says Rapunzel. Oh yeah, those cookies are phenomenal. And hopefully they taste good.
Sugar cookies are probably like my 5th favorite cookie.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't care for sugar cookies a whole lot.
What are your other top ones?
So I'm probably gonna get really, like, nobody else is gonna like it. I love me an oatmeal raisin cookie. I am 70 years old.
I mean, it's a cookie. It's still a cookie.
I grew up making them with my grandmother because it was my grandpa's favorite cookie, and so
inherited taste. Oh, that is adorable. Oh, see, I love any cookie that has the oatmeal in it, like oatmeal scotchies or chocolate chip oatmeal. Like, so good. Chick-fil-A has chocolate chip oatmeal cookies, and they're amazing. And apparently, Shadow Cat likes the oatmeal raisin cookies too.
Well,
And
then there we
also,
go.
says good thing you can't send those to the UK. I would, I wouldn't have self-control to have a bowl left. I would have one example, the rest would be gone.
I thought about just taking him to work. I haven't
Do it.
decided yet.
Have your coworkers just look at you like, what?
What you doing, Brandi?
you okay, fam? But yes, in case anyone is joining late, because I saw our numbers bumped up a little bit. Hi. We're talking about Avatar Day, which, I mean, it goes hand in hand with our little doughboys.
I still love yours. Oh my gosh, I can't.
He even has like a little burn scar. I feel so bad. He's also he's starting to peel. So it might
Now
be
you have two.
doughboys. We're just making him multiply. Oh, look at that. He's being reincarnated. No, just kidding. But yes, so we are here to talk about Avatar Day. Probably one of my favorite episodes of season 2. Just because it's more lighthearted until, death.
I think that this is one of the better, like, kooky ones. Because,
like the one-offs, kind of.
Yeah. It's definitely one of the better one-offs. And I just also like how the characters, like Sokka and Katara, are like, this is the worst village we've ever been to. Like, even they know what's going on. And they're just like, this is not great.
Not a fan. 0 out of 10 on TripAdvisor. Avatilla. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the tortilla gusher combo. It tastes hideous. Yeah. Don't do it. Plan ahead, y'all. But yes. Oh, I'm so excited for this. But yeah, so talking about this episode, I always start out with the descriptions because Brandi's descriptions are always better than this one from Netflix. And this one, I mean, it's not terrible. It is what it is. But it says, Aang must clear up a wave of anti-Avatar sentiment and atone for something he did in the past. Which, like, I was okay until it said he did in the past.
I say that again.
I was okay until they said something he did in the past instead of something one of his past lives did. Because Aang did nothing. He's innocent.
Well, you know what? I fixed that.
Ooh.
Okay, all right. Here we go. The citizens of the Chin village put Aang on trial for something he did in a past life, while the Blue Spirit terrorizes wealthy Earth Kingdom citizens.
Exactly. And you include the Blue Spirit arc, which I enjoy because it doesn't get enough love in this episode.
It doesn't.
Like, Zuko goes full-on vigilante at this point. Like,
I don't know if I mean vigilante would
kind of Robin Hood maybe would be a better term.
Yeah, but that would also imply that like he's like giving that to people. Like Homeboy's just straight up stealing. Like there's no.
We are the poor. I'm giving it to myself.
Yeah. Like he's not really.
Gosh.
I can't justify what he's doing here, you know?
Uncle Iroh has to have his tea.
Yeah, but even Uncle Iroh was like, you know,
one.
A good cup of tea tastes the same out of a tin can as it does a gold pot, you know? So
bravo for the accurate recital of that line.
Hey, I didn't know if I could do it there for a minute.
You got it.
I did.
Oh, the spirit of Iroh was with you. But yeah, no, this is one of the first times, you know. Well, this is the first episode in season 2 where Zuko mentions he wants to recapture the Avatar.
Yes, it is.
Which I'm like, dude, this is episode 5. That was every episode in book 1. How on earth? But he's still, at least they're reintroducing that whole
Well, I think
drive.
At this point, because he is a fugitive of the Fire Nation now, like this really is his last hope. Like there is no way. I think in season 1, and we even see it at the beginning of the second season, like he almost still has hope that his father would change his mind, and then like Azula almost sells the lie that Ozai did change his mind and does want his son back and thinks family is important and stuff like that. But now that hope, even though it was small, is completely gone. And, the Avatar really is the last thing that Zuko has if he ever wants to get back to the Fire Nation.
Poor Zuzu.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. This is kind of like this and Zuko alone are his lowest points. Where he kind of just, in my opinion,
I would think that this is the lowest point because he chooses to walk away from Iroh. I don't know why, but I thought that they like got into an argument and stuff like that, but they don't really even get into an argument. Like,
he just kind of walks up and is like, I think it's better if we don't travel together.
Yeah, like Iroh just kind of like, tries to like give him his the wisdom that he has, and just is trying to help Zuko through his struggles, which he's done before. And then Zuko is just like, maybe I'll just
peace.
maybe we just shouldn't travel together. And you're just like, oh, what? Who is Zuko without Iroh, and who's Iroh without Zuko? Like,
Iroh's still just killing it. Zuko needs some guidance.
Yeah.
But one of the things on the rewatch that I noticed is how he was just walking away, and Iroh's like, no, take this. Like, even when Zuko is abandoning him, I guess, he still cares for him. And it shows you the core essence of Iroh's character. He's like, you know what? You be safe. I'll be here when you need me. Which we find out later on too.
I don't know. It's just, it's sad. But also, we get Zuko alone, which possibly one of like the best episodes in the whole series.
It is fantastic.
So I guess it had to happen, but still.
Yeah, it's still so sad. And random question from Bree: do you guys think is Ozai? Or if Ozai let Azula become Fire Lord, Zuko could have contested for the throne, like birthright and all. Ooh.
Well, Ozai gives Azula, spoiler alert, he does give her the throne in like season 3. And I don't know if Zuko necessarily is like, it's my birthright, but he does fight her for the throne. And I think at this point, like, let's say right now, since we're talking about the series right now, I don't think Zuko has any claim to the throne because he is labeled as like an enemy of the Fire Nation. And like, I like, he's not really even a citizen at this point. So I don't think that he
banishment.
So I don't really even think that he has much claim as far as like birthright or anything like that. So,
and also Azula definitely would have had everyone afraid to back him.
Oh, it's yeah,
like the old cartoons where there's a voting box for Azula and Zuko, and then the Zuko one just underneath it says "Look to your left," and it's just a Fire Nation soldier like,
yeah, don't do it. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people wouldn't even like acknowledge him as the Fire Lord. Like, I don't think that he would really have any power. And that's actually something that I was reading. Somebody was like, the reason why they don't like season 3 as much, and I think that like the way that they explained it, I was like, I think that's kind of why I don't like season 3 as much, is because like, yeah, we get this wonderful arc about Zuko, but like we don't really ever see him do anything for his people. So when he does become the Fire Lord, like those people have been, the majority of them have grown up in propaganda and stuff like that. And so like, why would they choose to listen to this banished prince who's been gone for years and stuff like that? And this person had wished that they had like taken a couple of episodes where when Zuko was with Team Avatar and they were like in a village and you get to see him like help villagers or something like that, like kind of almost connect with the citizens of the Fire Nation. And that's something that I don't really think that we see in season 3, because a lot of times I mean, I think the most we've seen is obviously of the Earth Kingdom, but even we've seen some of the Water Nation and stuff like that, but we don't really see anything a whole lot of the Fire Nation citizens, and so it's kind of sad.
Now that I think about it, I would like to see how they dealt with this, because Zuko's like, we were brought up to think that we were the greatest nation in the world, but everyone else is afraid of us, sort of a thing, and like see what that dynamic is, because we had it in the oh gosh, the one with the dancing in the cave in the school,
the headband.
The headband, like that's as close as we get, but Zuko's not even a part of that.
Yeah, so and is that, I can't remember, is that a colony or is it actually like a town in the Fire Nation?
It might be a colony, honestly. We'll find out when we get to that episode in 2 years.
Well, and yeah, it will take 2 years. Excuse me. They kind of talk about that a bit in the comics, especially like with the Fire Nation colonies, because like the Earth Kingdom wants them out because I think that they're Fire Nation citizens, and then the Fire Nation citizens are like, I was born here, like
yeah,
like this
this
is my home. If I go to the Fire Nation, I would almost be like a foreigner. And so I think that that's kind of interesting, is to see that kind of like social problem rise up, because it's just something that you don't even really think about.
And that does bring up a good point, because the Earth Kingdom is seen as basically victims of the Fire Nation. Every nation is the victim of the Fire Nation, basically. But there's a great line from actually a show that I just watched this morning. Extra Credits has an extra history thing on YouTube, and they did an extra history of Jewish pirates, which that tells you what I'm interested in my 2 a.m. frenzies. But
I mean, what else are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not much. But they did say, they were like, just because someone, oh gosh, hi.
Cat.
She was poised to jump on my head again, so I had to back up.
She's after that Avatilla.
She'd take the Avatilla. Take it. I don't even think she would eat this thing. But their line was, just because someone's oppressed doesn't mean they can't be an oppressor. And so that kind of leads to this kind of mentality of the whole, after the war, you're a Fire Nation person, you need to leave. But wait, we were born here. No, get out. It's like, it's so much more complex than you'd think a kid's show could get into. And I wish they would have gotten into that. Maybe we still could. Who knows? Also, I don't like this guy. Do you like this guy? No.
So, I love the voice actor.
He's amazing.
Oh yeah,
he plays Poe's dad.
Yeah, and I think that that's one of the reasons why I kind of like this person, like this character, is because of the voice actor. I also think, like, obviously he's terrible, but the line of, you present your story and I tell my story and then I decide who's right, and Sokka's like, how is that fair? He's like, that's justice. That's why we call it justice, because it's just us. And then he like laughs. Like, that line lives in my head forever. It's terrible. It's not right. But it's just like the ultimate dad joke.
It's fantastic. And it's just so perfect.
It really is.
Oh my gosh.
But other than that, this guy's terrible.
Yeah. His whole character, I felt like it perfectly cast. It fit him. The voice fit the character perfectly. And I love it. But the whole gang gets to meet this person because of the Avatar Day Festival, which they didn't even know what was going on with it. They're just like, Avatar Day? What? You're like walking into Waukeeta, Oklahoma, or Waukeeta, Kansas? Oh crap, it's Kansas. And being like, nerd card revoked. And just being like, oh, it's Meteorologist Day? What? We know that stuff. We're
well, and I think it's also cute that they come and Aang's like, well, I mean, I guess it's kind of cool to like have a whole festival like dedicated to me, and then like the statues get lit on fire and they're like, what is going on?
Just immediately no.
I like that.
I think Sokka perfectly encapsulates that one.
Yeah. I
But
mean, even
oh
Momo is like,
yeah,
something ain't right.
just Dad, what's going on? That's your face, man. Which also, just something that I love is that they chose to light his face on fire in a similar thing to Zuko's.
Oh my gosh, they really did.
It's fantastic. I'm like, oh, look at that. Everything else that could light on fire, they could have lit his hands on fire, or his teeth, or his arrow. No, they went for the right eye.
Well, I think that I think it's also funny is that like he jumps onto the shoulder of the statue, and he stands there for a while, and they're all just kind of like, what's going on? And then he takes off the hat, and they're like, the Avatar, and like. I know that we always come back to Dr. Doofenshmirtz, but it was just like it was like a classic, like he jumps on the shoulder and I could just hear Dr. Doofenshmirtz be like, an airbender, and then the hat gets taken off. Avatar, the last airbender. I'm just like,
True, too. It's the hat because he's wearing the same clothes as the statue. And it's like the only difference is that hat. He even has his blue arrows visible on his hand. So
I know.
that is so Doofenshmirtz. Oh, I love that so much. Now, how did no one notice Aang until he stopped the fire? Like, homeboy only has one outfit.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think anybody really knows what he's wearing. Like, it's been like 100 years since anybody's even really seen an air nomad, so they probably have no idea what they wear.
But they got the thingy right.
This is true. This is
although
true.
they could have based it off of like historical record.
I have no idea. I mean, and at that point, they probably just thought that he was a street performer, and he was just really into it. And
he's a cosplayer.
Like Rapunzel said. But
speaking of which, that's what I'm sending on my phone. I found so many Avatar cosplayers at Planet Comic-Con. Oh, it was beautiful, and the dedication some of them had. So, while I click through this, I just want everyone to talk about the amazingness that is the prison. How was I supposed to know they wouldn't take Water Tribe money?
Well, I think that joke works so well is because earlier in the episode they're like buying food, and the guy's like, "Ooh, Water Tribe money." And Katara's like, "Oh, I hope that's okay." And he's like, "Money's money," and then they're like, "You'll have to pay bail." And Aang's like, "Not a problem." How was I supposed to know they want to take Water Tribe money?
Like, I feel like there was a special exception made.
No, I feel like they would have, but then they're like the mayor is just looking for a reason not to accept the bail, and then he sees that it's Water Tribe money, and he's like, "Oh, so sorry,
Bad money.
That's not gonna work."
Oh my gosh, this whole episode, the more you watch it, the more you just have to laugh.
I think that's what makes it so great, is because it's just like it's like one ridiculous thing after another.
Oh, where did you go? I have it. There it is. Yes, and I think this is probably one of my favorite parts of the episode, is just the prison guys that are terrifying. Just, tattoos. You'll fit in real well here. Okay, let's talk about our feelings.
Oh man, the sensitive guy has a name. I always forget what it is.
Really?
Yeah, hold on, I have to find it.
Don't be afraid to tell her how you feel. Like, I mean, this is the advice that we need to be giving out in the world.
I also really like when Aang just takes his hands and head out and like it's no big deal. He's just like,
yes.
I've tried to tell her how I feel.
Where'd it go? I have it.
Name?
There. Is it a Chrome tab? Yes, it is. All you have to do is look up Avatar Day Prison, and boom, all the pictures. There. And we go, whoop, and we go, oh, great, it's tiny. That's delightful. Thank you, Google, for nothing. There we go. Amazing. And it kind of plays off of that common trope of, all the prison cells in cartoons you can slide right through. Yeah, sure, you totally could.
I don't know. I always laugh at that. Like, I thought it was the funniest thing when the episode still first aired.
You know what I just realized? Because of the shadows, they're outside and it's uncovered. He could just jump out.
Oh yeah. Aang is there because he's Aang. Okay, so the guy that cries, his name is Sensitive Ruffian. That is his name.
Really?
Yes,
Oh my
according
gosh,
to the Avatar
adorable.
extras, he has his own wiki page. Like, Sensitive Ruffian met Aang after the Avatar was arrested for murdering Chin during one of his past lives. Despite his tough appearance, he had a soft side to his personality. He took part in a conversation between Aang and the inmates about the young airbender's current relationship with Katara, advising him to reveal his true feelings for her. While offering his advice, he became teary-eyed and sniffed.
Fantastic acting, if I do say so myself.
I just love that his name is Sensitive Ruffian.
Well, I think, where did it go? I have all, there he is, if it'll actually load. Chrome is being a jerk tonight. There we go. Okay, we're just gonna, don't be afraid to tell her how you feel.
Don't be afraid to tell her how you really feel. I mean, I think I want a spin-off series. Like, it can just be 5 episodes of these guys. But it's like, it's life after prison where they've completely like reformed and now they're in like a singing group or something. Or maybe they No. They cut out all the avatars for the Avatar Day.
That's the prison labor, is they make the burn statue.
They all become pastry chefs.
Oh my, I could see him as a pastry chef. He's the one who makes the unfried dough.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Prison food. So, okay, I'm writing this one in our cult text. Is Sensitive Ruffian the one who makes the unfried dough?
You know what?
For Avatar Day?
I don't care. It's already canon in my eyes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Writing and speaking is not my forte. So let's pull up a comment. Bree just realized this episode is kind of just one big shitpost, and I think that's why I love it so much. Yeah. It's just, there's so many different memes you can get, and just...
I think what's really funny is that all of the really great comedic moments are played off like so nonchalantly, like just Aang taking his hands, his head out, or even them being like, how was I supposed to know that they want to take Water Tribe money? Like, it's just like all these little funny things that aren't even 100% meant to be a joke, and I think that's what makes it so great.
Absolutely. And I think just the fact that this episode does know, like, okay, this isn't going to be too big for the plot. It does set up Zuko, but this is going to be a fun soiree before crap hits the fan. Literally, because we have fans. And that is the main part of the episode is, okay, he's in prison. Time for Sokka to do Sokka things.
Well, that, and also, I feel like Sokka is also having like an existential crisis because his boomerang was stolen.
Yes! How the heck could I forget? Hold on, I glossed over an entire part of the, boom. The rough rhinos?
The rough rhinos.
Yeah! That dude's got a mean mug.
He really does.
Oh, I love it. And also, it gives me sort of native vibes. I follow a couple of native tribesmen who do the native dances, and they have the whole headpieces. And the feathers in his ponytail, I think, are so dope. If he wasn't a villain, that would be a cool design.
This also comes from the Avatar extras, but it's the Avatar extras, like, it's rumored, but I don't know. It said that the Rough Rhinos are the people that killed Jet's parents.
Oh, trying to
Yeah.
pull up sacred texts.
Well, I think that it is canon because I think for the commentary for Lake Laogai, I think whoever does commentary for that episode said something about like the people that killed Jet's parents were the Rough Rhino, but I don't know. I didn't get a chance to watch the commentary to see, but that was an interesting little Avatar extra.
I will write that down as a note to check out. And then if it becomes permanent, it goes into the text. I love it. And yes, Katara was very heartless. Like, okay, well, you got your glider and you got your scroll, but I can't.
That's correct.
My boomerang. Oh, she said it so cheerfully.
I know.
Not a little sister move right there.
It's not like, you know, that boomerang was kind of like, you know, his whole thing.
Boomerang, you like, do always come
like he
back.
Still has his club. I think it's a club. I don't think it's a machete. I think it's, well, maybe he has a machete and a club.
The one with the big ball on the end?
Yeah, but he also has a machete because that's what he was whacking the swamp with. I don't know. And he still has some things, but like they kind of need that boomerang. Like the boomerang is the only reason why they defeated Sparky Boom Man. Like they need the boomerang.
Radar, what are you doing, hon? He sees the
just
camera.
Wants to be part of the festivities.
Do you want to? Oh, do you want to eat little doughboy? He just fell off the. You're so graceful. I was gonna offer it to him, but oh well. Bree uses that. That's correct. So many times, it's so good. Yes, it is. And you know what's even better? When Sokka actually gets Boomerang back.
Boomerang, you do come back.
Look at that boy. I don't think we've seen him with such a big smile.
Nope. And like things were not coming up Sokka this episode. Like he lost his boomerang. Katara kept stealing his thunder. Suki wasn't on Kyoshi Island. Like
he was so sad too when they're like, "Oh, she was inspired by you to go and fight in the war." He's like, "Oh gosh, I really didn't want her to go fight in the war." Like, how would that feel? Because I feel like he might think he's a bit guilty with that. Of if she got hurt, it'd be because of him.
I don't know. I mean, I think that he kind of feels a bit of guilt. Especially like when he finds her on the boiling rock. And she's kind of like, I knew that you would come after, you know, you come save me and stuff like that. And because like we have like this big moment during the Day of Black Sun where Azula's like, let me tell you about my favorite prisoner, and you know, whatever. And he's just like, what?
Shut your mouth.
He didn't even know. And that's a really sad part, is that like he really didn't even know. And everything like that. But I don't know. I don't think he would be too guilty about like her being inspired to go, because at the end of the day, like Suki's gonna do what Suki wants to do.
And that's why we love her.
Precisely. And I think that's why Sokka loves her.
100%. Well, and it's true. She can handle herself. I think it would just be hard because, I mean, when you get all your messages by Messenger Hawk, you don't necessarily get one and be like, yo, dude, I got captured. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, poor Sokka. And also, what is that face?
I don't know. It kind of looks like she's mid-sneeze.
Honestly, yeah. Yep. Although, I will point out, the animation of trying to get the eyeball through the lenses of the monocle and making it look not bad, that is tough.
Good on them.
That is physics, and I failed physics. So someone studied physics before they could draw that animation, or they got really lucky. But in this episode, we get the amazing line of, oh, she had enormous speed. Oh, the biggest of any avatar. This is amazing to get some lore back about the avatars, because I mean, check the differences between the two are pretty stark.
Here's the thing. I love Avatar Kyoshi.
Yeah.
And just to like come back and be like, oh, to learn more about Avatar Kyoshi. Because I mean, obviously we know a lot about Aang, and I think that we also know quite a bit about Roku, but like we really we don't know anything other than like, she was the Avatar before Roku, and like we didn't even really know that a whole lot. Like I think it was a lot of like assumptions in the beginning, but I just I just really love Avatar Kyoshi. So to like go back and hear a bit about it, I just think it was like just so interesting, and I think it also is another reason why I really love this episode.
Well, that, and also Kiyoshi, basically, this is the first sign of Kiyoshi taking the wheel from Roku and being like, murder, death, kill him.
Here's the
regrets.
thing. I get that people are always like, oh, Kyoshi is violent and, she's murderous. And I'm just like, I don't think that she really is.
She does what's necessary.
No, she even said that, like, Chin died because of his own stubbornness. And, like, she really took, like, a non-violent approach to the conflict because she just wanted to get her people away from Chin the Conqueror. And so, like, she does she humiliate him by blowing off all of his clothes? Yes. But, I mean, it was there. It was easy. You know what I mean? And so, like, I think that she really did take a non-violent approach. And even in the Kyoshi novels, like, her main thing is neutral Jin and stuff like that. And so that's just like so interesting. Like Kyoshi in the novels is completely different than like the Kyoshi that people see in the series. And I just think that it's so interesting. And then even just rewatching the series and rewatching this episode after reading the Kyoshi novels, it was just so interesting because for the first time, like, I didn't really see Kyoshi as like this violent person, but rather just somebody who was trying to do what she could to protect her people. And so she was like, okay, we're just gonna take this and we're gonna move it over here. And Chin just died because, like, he is an earthbender and he died from falling off of a cliff. I think that one's on him.
It's a pretty weak way to go when you can literally hold rocks in the air.
Precisely. Like, I think this one's on him.
The best follow-up line ever. I killed Chin the Conqueror. I think that's the line that gets people in their head, like, oh, she killed someone?
Well, and then like, here's the thing. So, like, Kyoshi is just like, yeah, I killed him. Like, if that's what you want to call it, sure. I'll own that. But
and Aang's just like, the frick.
I just like when he comes out of it and he's like, oh, what happened? And Katara's like, you kind of confessed.
Yeah, not that great, fam. Not that great. Oh, poor Aang. Although I will say, he does sort of rock this look in a oversized prom dress way.
I think that the look just works on anybody because we've seen Sokka in the makeup before.
True. Yeah, we've seen a lot of people in the gang with it before.
We sure have.
Ooh, wait, there's that one. It's so precious. Like, and also just this shows the, I don't want to say relationship that they have, but like the whole support system.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more of an emphasis of no matter what, she'll be there for you.
And Katara looks extremely worried in this moment. She's like, oh no.
Yeah. So you kind of just screwed up bad.
I also really like before Kyoshi comes and confesses, they're like, okay, Avatar, present your case. And Aang is like the worst person ever. He's like, well, the rock from your statue matches your temple, so that, and I have really big feet. And I was on Kyoshi Island at sunset, so that meant that I couldn't have been here, and I'm not guilty.
Such just a brilliant defense.
It's just like, what a 12-year-old storyteller.
And it's so on point for Aang. Like, he wouldn't be able to legally defend himself. And yes, I immediately thought Patrick Starfish. Just, take this city and move it somewhere else. Oh, I want to make that into a shirt and just be like, I'll take my problems and move them somewhere else. Oh gosh, yeah, I have really big feet, and then it's just like the whop whop, and it just zooms down like some comedic timing. That's what you have to have if you're going to be a writer, and also comedic drawing. A platypus bear hug. That's a method of death.
I think the thing was that like the platypus bear would like eat you, because isn't it like mauled by bears or something?
Oh yeah, well here Rapunzel posted it on Twitter.
I'm pretty certain that one of the villagers is like mauled by bears, but I don't know.
Where is it? Yeah, come on, mauled by bears. Ah, yes, mauled by bear. And then here, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, so there are many ways for the guilty to meet their doom in the wheel of punishment. Bed of nails, whipping post, boiled in oil, eaten by shark. Not even a platypus bear shark. It's just flat out shark. Razor pit, mauled by bear, burned at the stake.
It's eaten by bears.
Eaten by bears. Burned at the stake and community service. Interesting.
Okay, so I was looking up the transcript for the episode, and so one of the villagers says razor pit, eaten by bears, and another one says, come on, torture machine. What is a torture machine? These are all...
I think maybe a torture machine would... I mean, fire's pretty bad, but what would torture machine be? They're all pretty. They're all torture.
I think they're all pretty bad. Okay, here's a question. And you can't have community service. So community service is off. Which one?
I know where you're going with that one. You know, I'm probably gonna go with the bed of nails because, like Rapunzel says, it's physics, and if you have enough nails, you won't be impaled.
Okay.
It's kind of like laying on eggshells.
Okay.
What about you? Or the whipping post. I'll scab over and walk away.
I'm gonna take my chances with the platypus bears. Because here's the thing. Obviously, they can be trained because we've seen them in a circus. And here's the other thing. Mm-hmm. There's like a bunch of ways to like, you know, outrun bears. You know, run downhill, climb a tree. Maybe there's somebody else around and I don't have to actually outrun the bear. I just have to outrun them. I'm going with the bear. I'm going with the bears. Also, you know, maybe I have some snacks in my pocket.
Well, you know what could work? I mean, if you're Aang, you could bend the elements. If it's a shark, you just encase it in ice. If it's a platypus bear, you just make an earth tent. Although he doesn't know earth bending just yet. But still, like... Yeah. Something you can control. Which leads you to wonder, boiled in oil, because they do it with liquid lead, where if you dunk your hand in cold water and then you quick dunk it in the lead, it creates a bubble of air from the evaporation of the water. Yeah. And so you aren't immediately burned. So could he just create a bubble of air around himself and just...
I mean, is he just like delaying the inevitable at that point?
Probably. Oh, and yes, if you make yourself big, does it scare a platypus bear?
I don't know.
What scares platypuses?
Also, like, you know, I could maybe just like throw a fedora on its head and it may turn into Perry the platypus bear.
I want to draw that. I want Dan Povenmire to draw that. Oh. Rapunzel says, boiled in oil is pretty horrible. Look up what happened when they used the to tar and feather people. Yeah, the blisters aren't good.
Yeah.
That's pretty quick, insured death. That and burned at the stake, I think, are probably the two worst.
That's why I'm saying platypus bear.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, we also have to ask the question, if it was a shark, was it on land? Because then land shark, you could easily beat it.
I don't know. Let's see.
Or they could have gone really impressive and brought out the unagi or something.
Well, like, here's the thing, like, wouldn't the shark be mixed with something?
Oh, watch it be like an axolotl shark, and it can just waddle up on the land.
I just
I
want to
don't
know.
know if Aang could bend oil, because oil is more of a vegetable or fatty thing.
So there's a tiger shark.
Oh, tiger sharks.
And there's
cool.
a sand shark, a massive shark-like predator that inhabits the inner regions of the Sichuan Desert. I think it's just like a shark that lives in sand, which sounds terrifying.
I would not be okay with that.
And there's a shark. There's a shark squid, cross between a squid and a shark.
Isn't that a sci-fi movie?
Shark squid, probably.
A sharktopus.
And yeah, so
No, I gotta look that up.
That's the only types of sharks. So I guess maybe a tiger shark is maybe what you're up against.
Oh my word! Oh god!
What did you do? What did you do?
Don't look up sharktopus. Don't.
Oh, I wasn't going to. I wasn't going to. I'm so sorry that you thought about. Oh my.
This is actually. Hold on. I know it's a GIF. There it is.
Is this a movie?
It's a movie from Sci-Fi Channel. Because it was right around the time of Sharknado.
You know what? I hope to one day have the confidence of Sci-Fi Channel executives. My gosh.
What was it? Sharktopus versus Paracuda? I think it was a pterodactyl Dracula sort of thing.
How does a pterodactyl and a Dracula thing make sense? Dracula's like a vampire?
I guess. All I know is that they fight and it's amazing. Like, So if we were going up against that, I would pick a platypus bear. Because it's so poorly edited too. Okay, I know you'd understand that because the graphics work. Not even being bit. It's the bite is happening and the body isn't even there. It's just CGI over the top. Five bites the worst. Perry the Platypus Bear is now posted on my Twitter. Yes.
I was about to say, I'm pretty certain I think I've already seen it before, but I don't know.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. I was like, I'm pretty certain I've seen this before.
Oh my gosh. Appa's just like, hey, wrong channel. Oh, this episode is just a laugh a second. Sci-Fi spends good money to make this stuff. They really do.
What's really sad is that the people that make this stuff make more money than I do.
Dude, okay, side tangent. So we're doing this thing called like a job fair for our station where we bring in people from the community and then we're like talking about their jobs. And we're a big pork processing area. That's why it smells. And they brought in people from Seaboard Triumph Foods, which is one of the processing plants. And they're like, oh yeah, you can start out. You don't even have to have a college degree. We'll pay you $53,000 a year for your first year. And then you'll just keep going up from there. And I turned to Pete, who's the guy who does the stuff. And I said, that's more than I make in 2 years after tax. I quit.
No, we make commercials. There's a Hershey's factory nearby, and they get paid like $23 an hour. And every single time we make the commercials, everybody in the office is just like, "Do we do it?"
Literally, oh gosh.
Like we keep revising the commercial because they just keep getting paid more per hour, and we're just like, I mean, it's great for them. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just like, sometimes I feel like I've made bad career choices.
I could have been a plumber. Oh, hey, I have a severe thunderstorm warning southwest of me.
Hey, that's fun.
How big do you think the hail is? Oh my.
I don't know. How big is the hail?
Well, let's pull out my ruler. 2 inches.
Oh my.
So that's about golf ball sized. I'm not going to go in. I'm having too much fun with this. Someone said, yeah, but think how hard that is on your body. That's why it's in high hourly. True. And also
I
the
know,
emotional
but
toll
like,
of killing the little piggies.
yeah, but like, I could just be making paydays all day while I'm getting paid.
It'd be nice. It'd be really nice. Oh gosh. Just wait till we
Anyways,
get
all right,
1,000
we
people on our
digress.
channel. Yeah. What were we even talking about?
What were we talking about?
Avatar: The Last
We were trying to figure
Airbender.
out what the shark was gonna be mixed with.
Oh,
I
I'm
think
going
it's
with shark.
I think it's probably I think it's probably like a tiger shark tiger.
that one works too.
Who knows?
I'm game for anything. As long as it's terrifying. Now I have one last picture, and it's from the festival, and they're eating the dough. But I cannot, for the life, oh my gosh, I have so many tabs open. If you just hear frantic clicking, jeez Louise, I had 12 tabs open. Okay, so last bit, the unfried dough, which just kind of adds to the increased humor of this all. Do you think they ever went back to that village to celebrate?
No, I don't think they did. No.
I don't think they, even in their old age.
I don't think so. I think every year they invite Aang to come for Avatar Day, and every year he's like, he tries to find any crisis. Like,
He
like,
just goes and tells
not...
one of the ruffians in the sea, like, go start a war.
Yeah. Like just like literally anything. Like he just spends the day rescuing small animals from trees.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, this caterpillar cat just got stuck in a tree.
Or he's like, I'm so sorry, I have to be in the Northern Water Tribe for a thing. And they're like, oh, what thing? And he's like, the thing with the thing, Avatar stuff. You don't want to hear about it.
Do they have an Avatar Day? Don't know why, but you feel like Toph would like this town. I think Toph would.
I don't think she would.
Really?
I don't think she would. No.
And Toph would be a keynote speaker for years. Yeah, instead of Aang going, he would send Toph in his place.
Maybe, but she really just like, because here's the thing, I'm pretty certain that everybody in this town is just lying through their teeth. So she would just be in this town and she would just be like,
gosh, you guys are a bunch of sweaty people. Why are you all so nervous?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Toph would enjoy it just because she could so easily mess with them.
Oh, that too. She could.
Yeah.
Totally
No. And she's like giving them advice to like how to get Aang to show up to one of these, and so she's like, yeah, Aang really loves sea prunes.
Yeah.
Stewed. This is stewed sea prunes. Boy, does he love it.
If you guys want him to attend this, you have to shave all your heads. So then he'll show up.
Yeah.
I love it. This, overall, I'd say is one of my favorite episodes from the season. Just like the throwaway episodes that are just there to be there.
That, and I think it's one of the last really fun episodes, because everything after this is kind of just like action, really heavy story, emotions are high, like
yeah, it just gets really intense too fast.
Like, I think this is really the last episode where you're just like, I'm just gonna watch some Avatar, and then everything else after this is just like, that was heavy.
that was
intense.
Only because it would make Aang upset. Like, she probably brags to him like, I'm so excited for Avatar Day, I'll see you guys there. Once she finds out about it. But yeah, that's about what we have for this episode. Do you have any theories, Brandi?
So I do. And so they all pertain.
I ghost sound.
What?
I don't know why I made a ghost sound.
Ooh, spooky. They all have to do with Chin the Great, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. So I was thinking, and so the story is that Chin the Great like literally conquered all of the Earth Kingdom except for Ba Sing Se and the peninsula where Kyoshi lived. And so I was like, why would what a picture. What
Yeah.
a picture.
He's
You know what this man's favorite song is?
what?
I'm sexy and I know it. That is his favorite
You know?
song.
Yeah. Yeah.
He blasts that every morning. That's his ringtone to wake up. I don't know.
That's painful to be. Ow.
Anyways, so I was thinking, and I was like, why would Kiyoshi let this man? Because she even opens it up. She's like, I killed Chen the Great. He was a tyrant, and I'm just like, so I got online and was doing some research to see what other people were thinking. And so this theory comes from Reddit. And so the guy or gal or they
Them?
right the person writes a really good theory, and so I will post a link so that you can read it. I will say that it does have some spoilers for the Kiyoshi novels, so if you haven't read those or you were worried about the spoilage, maybe don't read it. But I'll just give you the lowdown. But it's basically saying that Kiyoshi made herself a sitting duck that she knew would entice Chen to confront her only after he had spread his rule to its thinnest and presented himself and his army to her to be destroyed in what would widely be considered an act of self-defense by the Avatar. The result would be Chen's honor being tarnished, his empire losing its legitimacy, and a rise and fall for both which would be so swift that resorting the order that came before it would be as simple as telling people to go back to normal. So it's basically saying that Kiyoshi was like, I'm gonna let him come to me, and then I'm just like pretty much going to humiliate him in one quick little like a flick of the wrist almost, and then everybody will see that, you know, maybe you don't try to conquer and oppress people, and everything will just go back to normal. And like, you know, what did Kiyoshi do? All she had to do was wait at home for him to come up, you know.
That's the easiest Avatar gig ever. Aang had to travel the world.
Yes, and so again, I would encourage you to read the theory because it's really good. But it's basically talking about how Kiyoshi has a lot of neutral gen, and how she basically just like was waiting for him to make the move so that she could be like, I'm the Avatar, idiot, and like send him on his merry way.
She basically did what I do with what are they? Stink bugs. Just kind of, you see it and you go, oh, and then it gets close enough and you just go,
flick. Pretty much. The other one was, and again, this kind of deals a lot with the Kiyoshi novels, but in the novels, you learn that Kiyoshi literally just does not care about politics.
Nice.
Like, she legit just does not care. and so this theory is that Kiyoshi doesn't care about politics or what happens with the leadership of the Earth Kingdom. So she lets Chen conquer the Earth Kingdom, but only has a problem with him when she tries to attack her home and her people. And so she's basically, the theory is basically that during Kiyoshi's time, the Earth Kingdom, and even during the 100-Year War, the Earth Kingdom doesn't have a whole lot of leadership. Like, you have the Earth King in Ba Sing Se, but like his rule really is only in the city. And then you have like this whole landmass that is pretty much just run by the, you know, the breeze, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we have the King of Amashu, we have the Beifon family, and then during Kiyoshi's time, they're kind of like, they're called sages, and so there's like these Earth Kingdom sages that kind of like just like rule little cities everywhere. And then So there's just not a whole lot of leadership. And so
Yeah.
this theory is that Kyoshi saw Chen and was like, all right, you want to be the leader? Be the leader. And then the moment he rolled up to her house and was like, oh, well, congratulations, you now are part of the Chen Empire. She's like, no.
The heck I am.
Yeah, and so that's why she kind of just like let him do what she wanted, because she just really cannot be bothered with politics. Like, I think Kyoshi doesn't think that she's either like smart enough or doesn't even really think that the Avatar should be bothered with that kind of stuff, because at the end of the day, like, those organizations and those systems will remain, but you'll get a new Avatar.
True.
And so she can't be bothered with it, and she didn't really plan to kill Chen. She probably planned to just like separate her land from the mainland so that they could be safe from invaders. And then again, like, Chen just died from his
He
own
died of
stubbornness.
stubbornness.
Yeah. And so that theory is just that Kyoshi just really didn't really care. But I don't really like that theory, because I think Kyoshi does care.
Oh.
And I think she cares a lot, but I think that she, especially in the books, she maybe just isn't like, how do I word this? Like, she's not even really confident in herself. So like the books take place when she's like 16, 17.
Okay.
And we know that Chen the Conqueror probably happened when she was a lot older and more
she
in
established
her
the island.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think she does care. I just think that at the present time, she's so young in the books right now that you're just kind of like, she's still figuring things out.
Definitely.
Yeah. And so there's another one. I hope you're staying with me.
I'm here.
Another theory as to why Kyoshi let Chen the Conqueror do his thing is because it was actually everybody was actually okay with it.
Really?
Yeah, so this theory is kind of like the same thing. So like the Earth Kingdom, again, it doesn't have a whole lot of leadership at this time, you know. And so the people of the Earth Kingdom wanted that leadership. Like, they wanted something to unite them. And so when Chen the Conqueror came along and was like, I'll be your emperor, they were all kind of like, okay. And
Go
so,
for it, dude.
for lack of, like, nobody else is trying to do it, they all just kind of go with it. So this theory, the people of the Earth Kingdom actually really like Chen the Great. I mean, even the village, like, they were like, Chen the Great was great, and everybody loved him because he was great. Like, that was
That's it.
And so, this theory is that they welcomed his leadership, and so that's why Kyoshi allowed him to kind of bring in this empire. So like this is comparing him a lot to Kuvera. Like, everybody wanted that empire. And so this is kind of what's happening. And so when he came to the peninsula and was like, hey, you're going to be part of this empire, Kyoshi and her people, they were like, we good. Like, we have the Avatar. We don't really need you. And he was just kind of like, it's not an option.
Yeah, I've got all these others, so.
And that's why Kyoshi decided to separate her people from the mainland, because, I mean, she even said it herself, she created Kyoshi Island so that her people would be safe from invaders. And so she was like, listen, if the mainland is cool with Chen the Conqueror, I have no problem with that, but my people, you ain't gonna do it. So that's why she decided to separate. And again, like, he only died because he wouldn't get out of the way. Like, she was not trying to kill him at all. And I think in Kyoshi's eyes, like, she didn't really see the difference. Like, he died because she moved a giant landmass and he just kind of fell. So like she did kill him.
She killed him.
Technically, she killed him, and she'll own that. But
Literally, she does own it. She's like,
Yeah.
did it.
She's
Here's
like,
why.
yeah, I straight up murdered him. I didn't mean to,
Oh,
but
gosh.
sometimes murder is murder.
Amazing.
So yeah. The last theory. This is the last one. Okay, I hope you're staying with me.
Ready?
The conquest, he wasn't actually conquering. This is the theory that I've come up with. He
Okay.
wasn't actually conquering the Earth Kingdom. He was just, the war was actually to straight up fight Kyoshi. So
Okay,
again,
do tell.
okay. So again, this is kind of built off the Kyoshi novels. In the first novel, I'm gonna do this without ruining it for you guys. But in the first novel, there is a village near the village that Kyoshi lives in, and it's called what's it called? It's called the Chin Chow village. And so this village, like half the population is from the Chin clan, which is the same clan that
Ooh.
Chin the Great comes from.
Ah.
And so in the novel, some major property damage happens to like this tea house in the village. And like the tea house is where everybody goes. And Kiyoshi may or may not have caused the damage to the tea house. And
Oh
so the
no.
theory is that the major damage to the tea house happens, and Kiyoshi is kind of sort of to blame. And so everybody in this village, who half the population is from the Chin clan, just hate Avatar Kyoshi because they don't think that she's doing anything. So word gets back to the rest of the clan, and so they're like they just hate Kyoshi, and so they're like, you know what? Let's go to war. And so because like I think Chin starts like in the northern part of the Earth Kingdom, and then Kyoshi lives all the way in the south. So like as he's like going across the continent, he's just picking up other Earth Kingdom villagers and armies who don't think Kyoshi is doing a good job being the Avatar, because like I said, she doesn't care for politics. Like she only gets involved when other people ask her to, basically. And so they think that, like, obviously she's not doing anything to help the Earth Kingdom. So this whole army is just amassed to fight the Avatar, which is why they come to the peninsula, and is why they're like, join us or die. And Kyoshi's like, third option, Uno reverse card.
Yeah.
The move. You die.
Join us or die. How about bye?
Yeah. And so I think that possibly this war wasn't to like unite the Earth Kingdom or anything. It was literally just to go fight Kyoshi, who they thought was doing a terrible job, because here she is, she's the Earth Avatar, not really doing much for the Earth Kingdom in terms of like uniting them or anything. She's just kind of like staying in her town. And they just, they were like, that doesn't work for me. Plus, she may or may not have destroyed their tea house.
The darn tea house always comes down to something getting destroyed.
Yeah. So, who knows? But there's like, I want to know more about this. And so I'm in hopes that we get another book, and that it is about Chin the Great. Because it's mentioned. The Chin clan is mentioned.
That would be cool to see. To get more information.
Yeah, because I think Chin, I mean, and here was like the next thing was that like we don't really know a whole lot. Like we kind of just got like he said, she said, and so like we don't really know what really happened. So I want a book. I hope that the third one goes into it, or maybe we'll get a fourth. Who knows? But
how about a 12th? I'll go for all of it.
I just want to know more about Chin the Great, and why Kyoshi allowed him to either completely occupy the Earth Kingdom or what.
Like the socio-political side of it.
Yeah, because like she really like he could. It said that he takes over the entire continent except for Ba Sing Se and that peninsula, and you're just like, okay, Kyoshi kicks butt. Like, why did she allow this to happen?
It is a mystery, but I really do hope they explore more of Kyoshi, because I think that's what people would like to see.
I think so, yeah.
Very cool. Well, some fantastic theories. Some that I'm just thinking of. I'm like, okay, how would that work? Okay, that could work. Okay, now I need to know if that actually is. So
Yeah, there's tons of theories out there. There's like a theory that's like, oh, she was busy with something else, or she was in the spirit world, or he rose to power when she was learning the other elements. Like, there's just like this whole list of theories, and I'm just like, I think we need to know.
I would love to know. Oh gosh, wait, is that one near me? I keep getting warning alerts, but they're all missing me.
No.
Boo. Oh, hopefully we'll get one tomorrow. Fingers crossed. But yes, we have our fan theories covered, and now fan art. This one is from Soapy, and I was really surprised because it said 2007, which seems so long ago now. Simpler times.
You know, there was simpler times.
I love it. I love that pipe and how it blows bubbles. Like, how does that pipe work? I need a fan theory on how the pipe could work.
I want to know where he got them, because he got them so easily.
They had a Sherlock Holmes tribute museum nearby, and he's just like, hey, I'll check that out. You want a dragon bubble pipe? Exactly. And like, it's a kid-friendly pipe too, and it just kind of works. Now I gotta find, where else is it? There. Here we go. It's on Tumblr. Boom. That's why I didn't recognize where it was. I'm terrible at this. Okay, there it is. How cool is this? So it kind of touches on the whole they skirmish before sort of thing. I love the idea of just a badass battle between these two.
Here's the thing. Like, obviously, we haven't seen a lot of him, but like, I don't even think that he's that great.
No,
I feel like, I mean, like, he's short, so I feel like there's a Napoleon complex, but like, I don't think he's that great.
And yeah, being short, I feel like they totally put a Napoleon complex into it.
Oh no!
And yeah, even if it wasn't on Nick, totally.
I'm short too. So, but like,
well, see, you're short, but you're spicy, so yeah, that makes up for it.
But I don't know. Like, I just imagine, and then like, I also imagine him with like a higher voice too. Like, I just don't.
Kyoshi, get out here! I want to have a talk with you.
Yeah, like the voice that Aang does when he's like, "Hi, I'm Avatar Kyoshi."
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Kyoshi just walks up and is like, "Are you really gonna?" It's like a Chihuahua going up against a Great Dane. Just kind of looks at it and is like, "Really?"
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it is, because Kyoshi's kind of like the Great Dane, very, very like, not somber, but focused and wise.
Looks intimidating, but is really just a giant couch potato. I really do believe so.
And just that yappy dude.
Maybe that's why I like Kyoshi so much, because Great Danes is my favorite dog breed.
Aww.
I want a Great Dane so bad.
They're so big. They're like horses.
I know, it would be so much taller than me, and I love it. Oh, I want one so bad.
You'd have to get like a king-size bed just to fit the dog.
You know, these are the sacrifices that must be made.
That's why I'm going with a pug. Like, God sneezed and a pug was born. So I feel like a Great Dane was actually on purpose.
I just love them so much. I love them
also, yes, and Brie agrees, Brandi can be spicy. But I also have fan art and or fan cosplay from Comic-Con, Planet Comic-Con. So I figured I would share some with you guys. First off, amazing Bolin cosplay in his, is it Noctuk?
Noctuk.
Nuktuk. Yes. I was disappointed he had covered his nipples, but very good cosplay.
Oh god.
And then
Please tell me you didn't
had
tell him
this-
that. Please tell.
No, I didn't.
Okay, good. Oh my gosh.
We have our casual Aang cosplay, along with what I've dubbed nerdy Sokka, which hardcore. Love the glasses, and just fantastic overall. Then we have Iroh and Zuko. It was so wholesome.
I love it so much.
They went around both days. The dad, he dyed his hair gray just so they could have the
commitment.
It was so sweet. And then, oh, check this out. You can get full posters. And I thought it was just at Planet Comic-Con, but they said that you could find them at Five Below. So
yeah,
for
I've seen
$5,
yeah.
you can get a map. I didn't even realize this. And not only that, this is just kind of a fun little fact for anyone who wants to. There are avatar journals at Five Below that are like divided up into the characters, and that's really cool looking. And again, $5. So if you want avatar merch, go to Five Below.
Apparently.
Definitely. So yeah, they got it at Five Below, and then they just sold it at Comic-Con and Artist Alley. I'm like, you aren't the artist who made this, are you? But then the final one that I have to show, well, actually, it came apart. I got a lot of stickers from this booth. Is a little mini Aang. He's just so happy.
Oh, I love him.
So I got myself a little Aang. I also got a bearded dragon that says ugh.
I mean, what a mood.
And then it's a lovely night to bury a problem.
The implications.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I did get I don't know, show it without showing the hideousness of my room. I got one that's a frog that says I won't hesitate with a knife. I got one that says meowdy y'all, but it's not zooming in. Mothman is real and I love him. I am uncomfortable. And then my personal favorite.
Bro, no. I'm sorry. I got really distracted. I think we need to go to the Mothman Festival.
Oh, Mothman Festival. There's a festival.
You don't know.
Oh my gosh. I'm
don't
new to Mothman.
You don't know about the Mothman Festival.
No, I need to know more about Mothman Festival.
Oh my god. Okay. But you know what? Here's I'm going to send you a YouTube link. Did you watch what was it? Unsolved on BuzzFeed with Shane and Ryan. Oh my gosh. You don't know. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to send you
I'm new to Mothman. Yes.
There is a whole town. I think it's in Virginia. There is a whole town just dedicated to Mothman.
I freaking love that.
And they have a festival. There's a giant statue of Mothman, and
oh my, this could be fun.
Oh my gosh. Let's see here. I just wanna get the link. No, don't start playing. Okay. You need.
See, I got into Mothman because of the YMCA version. It's just like
No, there's like this whole legend about Mothman.
There's a lot of Mothman cosplays I've found out.
You need to watch it.
Oh boy, so now I gotta get it. Well, apparently with Rapunzel, they filmed the Mothman movie in her town, so Mothman podcast when? Oh my. Yeah, I'm down. Like any kind of fun.
I don't know when the festival is, but I think we need to find out. And then we need to.
When is Mothman Festival coming back? Oh, it's the third weekend in September.
I was just saying, I feel like it's August or September, but it's
to commemorate the 1966 Point Pleasant Mothman sighting, which gave birth to the infamous red-eyed winged legend. This is from a local news station. They covered it. Oh my gosh.
No, like there's like this whole thing.
Oh
And
my gosh, there's a statue of it.
I told like Mothman, and the statue was like really great.
Oh my gosh. What on earth? Okay, I need to show you guys this.
I was gonna say, do you have the picture, or do I need to send you a picture of the statue? Because I have
What
it.
is that
Do you have
statue?
Look at the muscles. But no, you need to watch the video that I sent you a link to.
Oh, there we go.
And I need a full report.
Search for the mysterious Mothman.
And then when you get done doing that, I think you need to watch the. What is it?
What is 14 million views, Brandi.
What is it, like the Goat Man Bridge?
What?
Brianna, help me out. Is it the Goat? Yes, it's the Goat Man's Bridge. Then you have to watch that one. It's a whole series. The lore is fantastic.
I would like to point out that immediately when I clicked on the video, I got this ad, and I don't know what it's trying to say.
I don't know. But
what is the correlation to Mothman? I don't know.
I don't think there is one.
No, Mothman is a member of the LGBTQ community.
Yes,
Boom.
I'm sorry. Not the Goat Man's Bridge. It is Shane's bridge. He has claimed it. But yes.
Okay.
No. I don't know how you haven't watched these before. They're fantastic.
Well, now I know what I'm doing for this weekend.
But yes, no. I think we need to go to the Mothman Festival.
We absolutely need to. That needs to happen. We need to have Mothman Festival, and then we need to have an Avatar Day Festival. But we have to have it on like the coast where there's a nice cliff and people can pretend to be do the funky little thing.
I don't even know. I think we'll have to practice that.
It hurts. Like it bends your. It's not natural. My bridge now, Goat Man. I'm missing context, but it's still hilarious.
I think you're gonna love it.
Well, I will check that out. In the meantime, is anyone else going to be checking out our next episode of Avatar? Because who knows when we're going to come back, but you should check it out anyway, because we'll be streaming again soon. My life's gotten a lot less complicated.
Nice. Up next is the Blind Bandit, isn't it?
Yes, it's Zuko alone.
No, I think it's Blind Bandit, Zuko alone, and then it's the chase, and then it's Bitter Work, and then it's the library.
Okay.
Or desert, then the library.
I would like to tease ahead then. Shout out to Foaming Mouth Guy. Yes, making his return from this episode. Where is... Bree had a comment, was it? The wanted posters. Yes, back from when we were talking about the prisoners. I don't have wanted posters, but what I do have are actual posters of the Earth Rumble. And these ones I got from a con back in December.
It's green, guys. It's just her green screen. It's green, in case you're wondering.
But yeah, if anyone tunes in for next week's episode, we will be doing a little giveaway of a Blind Bandit versus the Boulder poster. I mean, it's a tiny one, but it's still cool. So yeah, tell your friends or don't.
Tell your friends.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's great. Because of cons, I've made a lot of connections with artists, and I get some discounts, which I'm very pleased with. So we'll just be bringing you a bunch more stuff here for this next season. But yes, I think that is everything. Doppler is full on asleep on top of my computer, and there's still severe thunderstorms, so I have a lot to do tonight. But Brandi, I hope you have an amazing rest of your night. And everyone else, we got Rapunzel, we got Bree, we also had Shadowcat, and then there's a fourth person. Oh, now we're back to 3. But whoever you were, thanks for watching. And if you're watching on the replay, thanks again. We'll be back again, I want to say soon.
You know what? I think we're going to say next week, and then,
we'll see.
It's better to set goals than not at all.
Yes. Thank you, Bree. Thank you, Rapunzel. And we'll see you guys again soon.